All right, everyone, here we go. This is Mercury and Taurus. It's all signs reading. It doesn't matter what your sign is. It's straight up energy reading. It is an energy of, what word do I want to use? Stubborn. It is nice. It is what the astrologers might say, it grounds communication. It's grounded. It's very nice. But people are very rigid in what they're saying, what they believe. It's going to be very difficult to get them to think some other way. It is that kind of thing. There is a stubbornness streak that runs through it. I think that's mostly on the DM side, the side that's heavier on the ego. I think it's very ego-based. I don't know that it'll affect the DF side all that much, the stubbornness. It will increase communications. It is why the Eight of Wands has been coming up a little bit more frequently lately. All right, let's cut the deck. Let's get a theme energy here, all right, for the reading. I've given you the energy of Mercury and Taurus, but for our reading, priestess, I knew you were going to do that to me, universe. I thought maybe magician like a smoke and mirrors, and there is a magician here. I thought a smoke and mirrors magician. It's a smoke and mirrors. There's hidden passive aggressiveness. There's a passive aggressiveness to the communications from somebody. Somebody's talking to you. And what they're saying is covered in smoke and mirrors. It's covered in dreams and laughter. Yeah, wasn't that great? We took that trip together. It was awesome. It was terrific. And underneath their breath, underneath it always, you were a fucking asshole. I hated you on that trip. Anyway, I wish that car went over the cliff. I wish I hadn't stopped it. There's a passive aggressiveness. There are things that aren't said underneath that are hidden with smoke and mirrors that are coming from a point of pain. Okay? This isn't an energy that likes to address pain very much, Mercury and Taurus. And with the surrounding energies, the current surrounding energies is not helping things. Okay, so let's see where we go. That's just the theme. All right. This is less likely about a runner and more likely about somebody else you have a soul connection with, a friend, a family member. All right, I tell you all the time, your best friend, Janelle, is not happy that you found the perfect guy or the perfect girl or the perfect job. If they haven't, they are. This is that kind of energy. It's smoke and mirrors. It's a hidden smoke and mirrors energy of, oh, it's wonderful. Congratulations. Oh, my God, I'm so happy for you. Let's go get some drinks, right? Underneath it is, why isn't it me? Why not me? How come? When do I find the perfect guy, the perfect girl, the perfect job? Right? It's just human nature. Okay? Yeah, we cover it up with dreams and laughter. Right? I know it is what it is, but there's a lot of that happening in this energy. All right, let me fix my microphone, and here we go. Let's shuffle the deck. Card before the cut is, why the fuck are we here? So let's find out why the fuck we're here. All right? Let's see where we go. And the smoke and mirrors cuts both ways. We pretend that we believe them, that they're happy for us, right? I mean, come on. Janelle sits home at night all by herself, sad and lonely and watching TV alone, and you're bragging about this great person you just met, and you're watching TV together, and you're having fun and terrific. Is she really? There is, you can't be so shit stupid as to think that she's absolutely thrilled for you. They are, as a friend. But there's always two sides to our coin, to our energetic coin. There's always another us in there. That other us, that passive-aggressive one, that one that's in pain, is more on the surface here with Mercury and Taurus. All right? And I like giving you these angles on the energy because I know you're going to get a lot of fluffy-duffy. It's practical energy. You're going to work out budgets and you're going to do this and that and the other thing. That's going to be all over the place. It's going to be every reading you get. All right? Every energy has two sides to the coin. The other side to the coin is more on the surface because of the other surrounding energies pushing it out. All right? So let's see where we go. All my readings tie together. You got to understand all the energies that are in play, even if you're pulling on one specific energy. Okay? So let's see where we go. I try to do that for you. It is what it is. But yeah, you got a conversation coming with somebody. I got the Two of Pentacles here. Somebody's keeping something from you. They've been holding on to it. It's getting harder and harder and harder not to say it. Not to say it. You know, I don't know what it is. I hate those shorts. You wear those shorts every day. I mean, I have no idea. Somebody's going to snap. You have a soul, they're going to snap. The smoke show, the smoke and mirrors, you're going to be able to see right through it. Okay? All right. I'm just saying. And maybe afterward you have a good laugh. Or maybe afterward you never speak again. I don't fucking know. I don't know what's going on, but we come right back to that. The High Priestess comes right back after the cut. Two of Pentacles. Somebody's holding on, round and round, holding on to something, and here it comes. It's going to snap. I think it snaps. I think the smoke show falls out, and it snaps. Let me take these 3 cards. I'm going to randomly put them back in, so we'll see if they come back in the ring. I'm going to pull them apart. All right? Let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck right now and pull a reading. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you fucking find it, you're meant to find it. I'm not your time lord here, right? You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. The energy could just be setting up for this. I don't think so. I think this actually happens during this transit, but it might. It could just as easily be setting up for you. You know, everybody's different. You're all snowflakes. It could be future influence, but just keep this in mind. You can usually pick up, everybody can read surface energy. Everybody can. Most people just deny it or they don't, oh, it's too hocus pocus, he's getting a little witchy poo in here, you know, that kind of a thing. I got you. But everybody can read surface energy. You can usually tell when somebody's being passive aggressive with you, okay? You can usually tell. All right, let's go. We're going to pull a pyramid. Top row is how somebody feels about you. Mr. or Mrs. Passive Aggressive, holding on to something. I don't think they can hold it any longer. They've been holding it a while. I think you'll be able to see through the smoke screen. This is how they feel. This is what they think about you. Really think about you. Really. R-E-A-L-L-Y. Really think about you. It's going to be fun. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify whatever I think needs clarifying in a pyramid. All right? And I'll throw some universe cards at the end. And you bet your sweet asses we're going to extend this one. This is a very important energy. It's a very important energy to understand. And I feel like, I know y'all cheat on me with other readers, I feel like you're going to get sugar-coated with this one. By some. Not all, but some. You know, typically the way I do readings, it's bad for ratings. You know, it's just, you know, I give the angle on the energy that nobody else wants to talk about because it doesn't attract viewers, you know. But hey, I'd rather you understand the energies. Both energies are always present. Your best day, your dream come true day can turn into a nightmare just like that if you're not paying attention to the fact that that nightmare is circling it. It's always there. You need both energies. You got to hook up both sides of your car battery to start the car, not just one. Oh, I only hook up the positive. You know, no, it doesn't work that way. Sorry. You need the other side on there too. They both have to be present for the fucking thing to work. Same thing with the energies we're pulling on here. Both energies are there. All right? Now, because of the surrounding energies, because of the various things we have going on, that we've pulled readings on up to this point, what's being pushed to the surface here, what is the Three of Swords. The passive aggressiveness, the thing that they've been holding on to. And you saw it, it showed up in the cut cards. All right? I want you to understand that so that, you know, because I could just do a regular reading on Mercury and Taurus, but it'd be fucking boring as fuck. You know, it's just, yeah, people are a little rigid in there. Sure. They might be a little stubborn. You might be hard to get them to come around. You'll probably do some accounting. You'll probably work on your household budget. Yep, all of that's fine. Mm-hmm. All right. Somebody might be even doing accounting in relation to you and what you mean to them. Okay? But we're going to go way fucking deeper than that, motherfuckers. And I say motherfuckers with love. All right, it's the Hangman, the overall energy of our pyramid. Underneath it is the moon. Come on, right? The other hidden energy. come on. Look at me. Look at me. Right? Look at me. Why am I your second favorite? I don't know. Trying to help you. All right? It's the moon. Hidden energy. You're going to get you up there watching. You're going to get a perspective. You're going to see how someone really fucking feels about you. You don't even need me to show it to you in this reading. You'll see it. Maybe you just need me to point out to you that the answer is staring you in the face and remind you of what I told you in my May write-up and the Scorpio extended, the Scorpio moon extended, where I said something to the effect of, you've got to believe what you're being shown. And most people don't. They just brush it off. They don't want it. If they don't want to look at it, they stick their head right back in the sand. Nothing gets accomplished from doing that, by the way. Ever. Nobody ever said change comes from putting your head in the sand. No, that's not a thing. Sorry. All right, here we go. How do they feel about you? Let's take a look. All right, first let's we're going to clarify with the witches. I know that for a fact. I'm going to need them. Underneath there, 10 swords. All right, we're going to put the hangman there. Let's do it. Mercury and Taurus. Yeehaw. All right. There's the Fool. There's the Queen of Swords. How do they feel about it? Somebody's pissy. Okay? Somebody here is itching to tell you something. How do they feel? I don't know. I don't know if this is your runner. Like I said, could be a family member, could be a friend. It's somebody you have a soul tie with. Okay? What's here? Red with the Fool. The Six of Pentacles. Someone is afraid. This is how they feel. Someone is afraid every time they talk to you that something's going to slip out that they don't want to slip out. That it's just going to happen. I think in this energy, Mercury and Taurus, I think they take a leap of faith and say it. And I think it's a little hard. It comes across a little hard. I just, off the feelings chart, just kind of moving over, I think it comes out a little more harsh than they think. All right? I know they're worried about saying it to you, but it's worse than what they think. Oh, they probably think, oh, it'll be no big deal, Steve's viewer. But it's not so much what they're saying with the Queen of Swords, it's how they're saying it. Okay? All right, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What do they think about you? How does this person, what do they really think about you? They feel, they got something, they're itching to tell you. We saw it with the Two of Pentacles. They've been holding on to it. And they do a good job with smoke and mirrors of keeping it hidden. Right? They do, but not in this energy. How do they? What do they think about you? Three of Cups. Well, okay, that's good. All right, good. It's not all bad. All right, what else? And the Ace of Cups. They like you. They do. This person has a. I think this. Do I want to phrase it that way? I'm asking myself that because it's tough to explain. It's somebody who sees in you everything they wish they were. And that's why they got to find things to nitpick and pick at. That's why this might be apparent for some of you that you have a soul connection with. It might be. It would explain how it's delivered inappropriately. It might be. A lot of times parents, they gave up a lot to raise you and you went on to become a big lawyer or something, right? And they're not, right? And then sometimes they resent that. Sometimes they do. It's just human nature. I mean, I'm just using it as an example. It might not be the case for you. It could be someone else or something else. But it's clearly here, based on how they see you, what they think of you. They think they think it's important to clear the air so that you guys can have a better connection. But this is definitely somebody who sees everything in you that they wish they were. That is abundantly clear. I mean, I gave the example earlier of you got the great guy or the great girl with the great job and your friend is like pretending to be. That's all. It all fits. It all fits. Okay, so take it how you want to take it. Take it as it resonates, as the kids like to say. What's the final outcome for you? It's red with this Queen of Swords. It has to be. It has to be. It's even the same background. Look at the herringbone gray background. It's the same thing. It's Five of Wands. It's fighting. It's an argument. You're going to fight with this. You're going to... It's on, motherfuckers. It's on. Right? Out of nowhere, you're going to get to see a side of this person you never saw before. But why is the fight so minor? You might say, well, why isn't this a Seven of Wands, Steve? Why am I not all Chuck Norris on this fucker? Right? I think because of what I said. I think because you got this reading. You should have some sympathy for this. I would feel sorry for this person on some level. Let them say what they need to say. At the end of the day, they wish they were you. Okay? They wish. They motherfucking wish they were you at the end of the day. So, whatever. You know. But yeah. This is proof of everything I just said. The whole fucking reading just got validated right there. It's not a Seven of Wands because I don't think you go all Chuck Norris on them. All right? I think you're cool. I think you're better than that. Aren't you? Right? Usually if somebody's griping at you or saying something that you feel like you're thinking to yourself, are they intentionally trying to hurt me? Right? It's usually because of it's about them, not you. It's something that they find inferior about themselves, you know. It's the liar accusing other people of being a liar. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit of that, you know. All right. Let's pull on the Queen of Swords. Let's see what they got to say. All right. Let's see what this is about. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. I mean, I won't be able to pinpoint it for thousands of people. But I can give you an idea. You can catch my drift. All right. Queen of Swords. Why is it here? Pay attention in situations like this. Pay attention to two things. Because of the moon, what's not being said. Right? Also, I will give you the advice again. I've given it to you before, but there's some new people here. All right? And some nude people. But either or, if you're naked or you're new, either or, I've given the advice before. It's good advice to take forward with you in life, period. Pay attention always, especially on a first date or somebody you're meeting or a friend acting weird. Pay attention to the things that people say that they don't have to say. The things they add that they didn't have to add. Okay? It's what the police do. It's actually something they teach police officers. If they don't anymore, they should. You ask somebody, you're a cop, you ask somebody, where do you live? You live around here? And they've got, I mean, that seems like a simple answer. Yes, I live over at 275, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Right? Seems like a simple answer. But if you start nattering on, yeah, well, you know, I used to run a counterfeit operation around here, and then I sold drugs out of the back of a van over here on the corner, but now I live way over. People start adding things that they don't have to add. I'm exaggerating to be funny, but there are actually people that stupid that would say something like that. Believe it or not. People get very nervous around cops, and when people are nervous, when low vibrational people get nervous, they natter. And they spill the beans, if you will. But it's that kind of a thing. Pay attention to this person. They're going to come at you with something, but they're going to say too much. And it's the overflow that you gain your perspective from. All right. And remember the law of physics that we use a lot in these readings: equal and opposite reaction. Right. I'm telling you, this person wishes they were you. They look at you and they see everything they wish they fucking were. They wish. Queen of Swords crossed by the Three of Wands. I'll show it to you right there. It's what I just said. It's the environmental energy. Why are they like this, basically, is what I'm asking. The environmental energy, the air around this. What's making this Queen of Swords? You know, why is the Hulk so mad here? Right? Because you're on that ship and they're not. It's what I told you about your friend Janelle earlier. She's not that happy that you found the perfect guy or the perfect girl or the perfect job. Well, why aren't I out there? There's a second us. This is a second them. That feels like that. All right? It is what it is. What's on top? The Death card. Somebody wants to... This person genuinely in their feelings, okay, not in 3D. These are 3D energies, these are feelings. In their feelings, this person is enjoying raining on your parade, setting fire to whatever it is. Whatever it is, it's just, I don't know what specifically it is. I don't know. You might have good news in May and you share it with somebody. You'll know who this person is that's coming in by this. Are they the spoil sport? Are they ruining it? You're telling them about your great new job. Oh, I got this terrific new job. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, it's going to be great. And now everybody else is like, oh, that's wonderful, that's wonderful, that's wonderful. And this person is like, yeah, but it's like an hour drive each day. Do you really want to do that? You know that person is in there. You know somebody's going to say that, right? That is this energy. That is the passive aggressive. That is the person who's not really happy for you. They want to ruin it in some way. That's what this card's talking about. They want to fuck it up in some way. Right there, the Six of Pentacles. And they wish it was them. And they wish it was them. Right? They're going to add a little shit to the mix. I'll give it to you that way. It's out of balance. They're on the shore. They wish they were there. Right? So they're going to try to even the score. They're going to try to even the score. This is a balanced energy, the Six of Pentacles. How are they going to even the score? You're on that great ship and they're stuck there. How do they even the score? Well, you're way out in the water. Are you sure you want to be there? I mean, with the sun and skin cancer and things like that. I mean, they're going to just ruin it. You're having a wonderful time laying in the sun and somebody's got to come up to you and, tell you about the dangers of UVB. Oh, fuck off. It's a bit of that. That's how they even the score for themselves. That's how they make themselves feel better. Fucker. I think it just comes out in this energy. All right? So, let's move on. Look, if nothing else, this is a great lesson in human nature for you. This is what I live for. I love psychology. I love human nature. I have been people watching since I was a little kid. Let me tell you. Now, I was about that big. Let's see where we go here. I'm going to pull on the Ace of Cups. They're going to be just like you. You represent everything this person wishes they were. I'm going to go with the Three of Cups. Tell me the Three of Cups. We'll get back to, I might still pull on that. All right, let's go. Come on, Three of Cups. Tell me about it. You see what I'm saying here, though, right? You've all encountered that person. Anytime you tell a group of people you got a great new job, everybody's like, oh, it's wonderful, it's terrific. And then even if it's in the moment, everyone, 100% of them say, oh, that's great, that's fantastic. There's always one that comes up to you later when it's mellowed out. And like, that drive is going to be, are you going to be okay with that? That kind of a thing. That's this. Love those people. I love them. They always make my notebooks. They always get highlighted. It gives you a glimpse, a perspective into the hidden areas of the person, hidden in their back closets, right? What's hidden in their attic, in their emotional attic, if you will. This energy makes it... Look what flew out, all of these. This energy makes it go even deeper. You're not just looking in their attic, you get to see all of it. All right, I got a Page of Swords, I got an Eight of Pentacles, I got the Three of Wands, I got the Six of Wands, and I've got the King of Cups. This is someone who feels like look, take it how you want to take it. It could play out on a high level or a low level, but all these fell out. I had to take them. I'm just going to paraphrase it. It's very easy to read. It's very easy. It starts with the disappointment over here, right? And the Eight of Pentacles. It's sort of like what I already told you. And then here you are out on the ship, and they wish they were there. And somebody here tries to keep an even keel about it, kind of a thing. In summary, this is somebody who feels like you got advantages that they didn't get. And if they got the advantages, they'd be further along than you. They'd be a king, not just some fucker in a fake-ass cape standing on a goddamn cliff. I'd be a goddamn king if I had the opportunities, right? So that's what's there. I just swam in the energy and I acted it out for you exactly how it feels, okay? That's what they like to say to you, plain and simple. Now, I'm paraphrasing it for thousands of people, so you're going to have to just catch my drift. But I don't think that's too hard to catch my drift, All right, I gave you the example earlier of parents. I mean, a good parent wants their kids to be better than them, right? A bad parent will hold it against you if you're better than them. You know, they will hold it against you. You know, they'll say they'll resent the fuck out of you that you got success. They'll remind you every day that they sacrificed so you could be the high-powered lawyer, so you could go to college, so you could this. That's shitty parenting. That's a shitty parent. That's bad psychology. So if this is a parent, that's what it is. You don't do that to your kids. If you're fucking sacrificing so your children could go to fucking Harvard or something like that, shut the fuck up and sacrifice and be happy when those kids become something, right? You don't fucking rub it in their ass. You know, yeah, well, look what all this, well, you know, you don't do that. That's sort of what this is here on one level. Although I feel like for most of you, this isn't a parent. This is just somebody in your life, somebody you work with, somebody, I don't know, maybe you're good at stuff. It is. You make them feel bad about themselves, and they wish they were you. I don't know how else to put it. It's a fun lesson in human nature, though. I will tell you. Ace of Cups, why is it here? Tell me about it. Strength. They love you too. This person has a thing for you. Might be, don't come at me and go, well, that excludes this same-sex friend that I have. You don't know that. You know, people get all kinds. Look, there's two sides of us. People get all kinds of fantasies. Your best friend might enjoy playing racquetball with you and showering afterward. Would never say anything. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. You know, it's very common. They've done closed studies about it. You know, especially if you're pretty. Right here, the Temperance card. What did I say? What did I say, motherfuckers? And I say that with love. Look, I don't know why I'm your second favorite. Probably because I say things people don't want to hear. You don't want to hear that your friend that you go play racquetball with and then shower at the gym later has a thing for you, likes what they're looking at. Well, they might. They might secretly like it. It's a thing. It's real. It happens, you know, especially if you're hot. Assuming this isn't that, which for a couple of you it actually is, by the way, or I wouldn't have suggested it. This person loves you. Okay, we'll just say love. It doesn't have to be romantic. They really do. And that's what makes this all the more powerful. It's why it's so strong. It's why it's so powerful. Because you've heard the saying, we only hurt the ones we love, right? We hurt the ones we love the most. Love adds this. Love and hate are the same frequency. The only difference between them is context. That's it. There's no difference. The same amount of love somebody has for you can instantly turn to hate if you fuck them over, and they will hit you with that same amount of energy. It's instantaneous. I can't tell the difference as an energy reader if somebody loves me or hates me, reading their energy with them standing in front of me without fucking context, right? Are they holding a flower or a baseball bat? I need to know, right? In an empty room with just someone standing there, in no context whatsoever, nothing, it could go either way, right? It's just like in a picture. If I showed you a picture of a bird flying, right, with its wings out, and I told you it was a giant terror bird, right, from prehistoric times that's still around. Look, he's got a 50-foot wingspan, right? He's giant. There's no way you could tell whether that was accurate or not without context, without a reference point in the picture. If it's just the bird against blue sky, and there's no mountains or trees or anything to give it context, it could very well be a terror bird with a 50-foot wingspan, right? It could also be a crow, you know, with a 2.5-foot wingspan. It doesn't, you know, you need context. So let's just say they love you. And that's why this is all so powerful. That's why it's Queen of Swords, and that's why this energy here flew out of the deck with this pile of cards. All right? It's very easy to get passionate in this reading. This energy is very passionate. This person's very passionate about you. And if it is that person that likes to play racquetball with you because they like to take a shower with you afterward, there's a resentment underneath all of that. They hate themselves for that, right? They hate it. They hate that they keep peeping over. They don't like it. It bothers them. So then they hate themselves, so then they take it out on whatever this is. That feeds this energy even more. It's human nature. It's plain and simple. I always knew the Mercury and Taurus reading was going to be a human nature reading, and that's what it is. It's an earthy energy. It's Mercury, communication. But with the surrounding energies around it, it can be stubborn. It can be passive-aggressive. It's a hell of a lot more than just you're doing your accounting and getting your household budget in order. I promise you that. All right? Five of Wands, final outcome. Five of Wands, final outcome. What do we got? Tell me about it. Well, wouldn't you know, right? I've been shuffling the whole time. I've been talking about all this, and now I'm picturing you in the shower after racquetball. Oh, God. Jeez. Nice dick chakra, by the way. But here, at the end of the day, Five of Wands crossing that. Five of Wands crossing Five of Wands. I think you love this person as much, or care about this person as much as they care about you. I think whatever they have to say, it's just there. It's just like it's supposed to happen. The environmental energy is Five of Wands. When this person says what they say, when it comes out, when they blurt it out, the energy is just right for it to happen. The energy is just right for it to flare up go up like a tinder box and just catch fire. Okay? But it's very minor. It's very minor. I think you have some sympathy for this person. I think you have a better understanding now of the psychology involved. All right? At the end of the day, focus your sympathy on the fact that this person, you represent everything this person wishes they were. Okay? And even if it's the racquetball shower person. All right? They wish they had the tits you have, or they wish they had the dick chakra. There's something about it. Whatever it is, they wish they looked as good as you. Okay? At the end of the day, that kind of frustration can build up, along with, in that case, the hatred of themselves at the fact that they even think such a thing. This is crazy, right? That kind of, it's very common, believe it or not. At the end of the day here, have sympathy for the fact that they wish they were you, you know? And don't lower your vibration. Make them wish they were you even fucking more by how you handle the situation. What's on top? Seven Swords. Why is that here? Wheel of Fortune, right? And the bridging energy is the Page of Wands. Yeah. Again, do not. One side is being very immature. Do not join into that. Okay? Now let's talk about Seven Swords on top of Five Wands, crossed by Five Wands with a Wheel of Fortune here. I think what this person has to tell you, your initial reaction to it is that it's a lie. It's not true. Again, turn that shit around. The wheel turns everything 180 degrees. All right? They're not lying to you. What they're saying is true as far as they know it. Even if they're saying, I don't like your ugly shorts you wear every day, you're just, whatever it is that they're blurting out, it's their truth. Accept that. Believe what they're telling you. Don't try to convince them that what they're telling you is bullshit. That's not the way to go for it. Just accept what they're telling you. That's all. Be the higher vibrational person. If one person's being a child, then we don't need two. You can have and keep this person in your life. This can actually be very transformative. This can actually lead to a whole new beginning. It can be a fruitful conversation. A Page of Wands. One of the meanings can be a fruitful conversation. This can be a very good conversation. It can go very well, but it's probably going to be up to you whether it goes well or not. If you start throwing around, you're a liar, you suck, right? Fuck you. I ain't going to play racquetball with you again. No. Go play racquetball with them. Look, if anybody wants to put eyes on you and likes you, let them. You know, it just makes you more attractive. I've told you that a million times. I taught you about static energy, right? Let people look at you. It's good. Don't get all upset. the end of the day here, you can have a very good conversation with this person and continue things on. As long as you just accept what they're telling you. And maybe internally give yourself a little chuckle, as to why they're telling you. Because I'm telling you, you represent, to whoever this is, everything they wish they were. And that applies, it's probably easiest to understand from the parent example I gave, right? They resent the fact that they had to give up so much for you to go to school and become this high-powered lawyer, just as an example, right? So they're taking it out on you. Well, you represent everything they could have been had they not had you to have to sacrifice everything. They're just handling it poorly. Have some sympathy for that. Does it make it right? No, but at least you know who you're dealing with, right? All the cards, so to speak, are on the table. All right? It's a good energy to have all the cards on the table so you know the people that you're dealing with, one in particular, who's been really, with the Two of Pentacles before the cut, hiding something from you for a long time. Really has. Really keeping it quiet. All right, let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. We'll go pull some wicked voodoo. I don't have a fucking devil here. All right? You're fine. No matter what the scenario, you're perfectly fine. I've explained it as best I can. Nobody, it's just what it is. It's just this energy with the surrounding energies makes it come out. Whatever somebody's been holding on to, they're going to blurt out to you. All right. It's fine. Don't try to deny it. Don't go immature on it. Just have a conversation with this person. And have sympathy for the fact that the only reason they're doing it is they can't take it anymore. You're too fucking awesome. I mean, basically, I don't have any indication. Roles can be reversed. Maybe you're this fucker. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm usually pretty good at separating the energies. So, bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Swords. Don't discount your connection with this person. Can I just paraphrase? Don't discount your connection with this person. If you do, you get a false victory here. You're shortchanging yourself. You're sabotaging yourself. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Whoever this main person that came in is a very, very, very high level connection. I don't think it's the same person from the full moon in Scorpio reading, even though we get the Hermit. I do think it is a very high level connection, or at least a high level person in your life. So it could be a parent. It could be. You get a good chance here to build a solid foundation with this person, albeit it might be hard to spot initially how. So keep that in mind, okay? So allow them to blurt something out. Maybe try to put some distance for a little bit and then come back to it and reapproach if you can. If you can't, you build a solid foundation as long as you keep the conversation fruitful. If you shoot this down right away, and the way you'd shoot it down is if you discounted how important this person is in your life, energetically at least. Okay, that's your reading. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. I'll keep pulling. I'll look for a devil. I'll keep pulling. I got lovers here. I do. I've got some. For a few of you, this is a big deal. This is pretty high level. Anyway, whatever. That's human nature. It's just the way it goes. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.